How's it going, everybody out there in the wide world? Welcome to Worldwide Corals. My name is Lou Shiva. I'm one of the owners here, and I wanted to show you guys what we have inside. Come take a look, see what's in store for you. First tank I'd like to talk to you guys about is our 293-gallon display tank. It's world famous. It's home of a one-of-a-kind white tang named Casper. This is Casper's home. In addition to that, we house several different species of corals. Right now we're in a mode we like to call Magna mode. We're getting ready to head over to Denver here in about 30 days. And as you can see on the bottom of the tank, we have a lot of corals spread through the bottom. Typically on a typical day, you wouldn't see that kind of bunch on the bottom there, but hey, as we gear up towards our Denver trip, we got to have places for the babies. In this tank, you'll see a wide variety of SPS, acroporas, montiporas, encrusting and branching, as well as Montipora caps. Towards the back, you can see in the middle is our famous WWC grafted cap. It's a fusion of a green color pigmentation that was fused onto a red cap, and it has caused the pigmentation to streak throughout the cap, thus being a true grafted coral. To the right of that, you'll see different kind of zoanthids from all over the world, different colors, zoas and paleozoas as well. This is one of our only tanks that we actually keep a sand bottom bed in. We are big guys that do bare bottom, but as you can see, you can be done with sand or without sand. As we go to our next tank, I'll be happy to show you guys what the bare bottom tank looks like. This is our 500-gallon display tank. It's our newest display tank here in the shop. It's a little bit over 2 years old. It's over 500 gallons actually with the sump. Inside this tank, you will see we have a bare bottom system, no sand at all. It's a little different way of keeping the tank. It helps enable us control nutrients, so we're able to deliver much more flow to the tank, and we're actually controlling nutrients by inputting them instead of always trying to take them out of the tank like most people have to do. Inside this tank, you'll see some of our favorite corals. Along the bottom here, you'll see different Montiporas that are actually starting to cover one another. A little coral warfare going on in this tank right now. Yesterday we actually just fragged a few pieces out of here. This is our WWC Mystic Sunset Montipora. As you can see along the ridge, we just fragged back a few pieces for Magna and for our website as well. Those are available on our website. Down at the bottom, you'll see more of the Sunset Montipora, which is actually one of the brightest Montiporas that we ever seen in captivity. And then throughout, you'll see different levels of different kind of chalices, watermelons, different kind of chalices with pink rims, zoanthids scattered throughout. This is one of my favorite corals in the shop. This is the Greg Carroll Ultimate F-Low. We grew that from a small piece of coral we got from Greg Carroll back at Reef Blues in 2009. We fragged it a few times, but as you can see, it's quite a stunning piece. In here, you'll have different fish, a lot of tangs. They're all big, fat, and healthy. They're fed about 3 times a day, as well as acroporas along the top. They're actually starting to get to the point where they're starting to touch the top of the water, which is a great problem to have, you know, but it's time to kind of prune things back and produce more frags for everyone to enjoy and bring home to their tanks at home. What I want to point out now is one of our world famous show tanks that we bring to shows. We travel. This is our road tank. This is for our 10x10 shows. It's a 4x2 tank. It's full of frags right now for the public to buy it here at the store. But on a typical weekend, we break it down and take it with us to a show anywhere across the U.S. Last week we just did one in Melbourne. A few weeks before that, we did one up in Atlanta. So we do get around with this tank. This tank's seen a lot of miles, and it's a good road dog. Now I'm gonna take you guys back to the display room where we show the corals off for the public to take a look and shop around for them to purchase. We have 21 tanks back here that you can shop from, 10 180s. Then we have 4 75s along the side, as well as holding tanks off to the side of the store. In this tank, we have colonies along the rocks. And on the racks, we have different coral fragments based off of what kind of corals we're fragging and the lighting situation in each tank. We have over 3,000 gallons of salt water back here, just in the coral tanks alone, and another couple hundred in our fish systems back there that I'll show you guys in a moment. So as you see, each tank is here numbered very clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 10. And these tanks catch up because they come back from the holding tanks we have in the back there. But on the ends, we have a lot of pieces that we're going to start to frag off. You see there's colonies down here at the bottom, as well as frags on the racks next to it. As you see through each system, you'll see the colonies on the top and the fragments priced along the bottom there. So it makes it easy for the customer to come in here and shop and select what kind of coral they want. And each tank, we kind of put them to where the lighting situation would be best for that coral. So when customers want to come in here and talk lighting or flow, we can show them those different situations. As we come down a little bit, we'll come past here to tank 4 and 5, where we have a lot of chalice corals. Any given week, we frag over 1,000 pieces of coral here at Worldwide Corals. Victor actually just put a second order in the past 2 weeks for another 2,000 frag plugs because we're getting ready for Magna, that's right. Come on back. Here's one of our Acropora tanks, a lot of colonies that are in here for sale, as well as fragments. And right around the corner here, which we have a highlight only tank, we have more Acroporas. So we're acronuts in here, as well as zoanthid and chalice freaks. And then down here, we did about 1,000 zoanthid frags I'm telling you this week, as they're all lined up down here and they're healing up. The dilemma that we're having is that we're trying to operate and farm in the same area. So we're actually running out of space. So as we come to the back here, we finished the tour at tank 10. If you look down here on tank 9, you'll see that that's last week's work. Hundreds and hundreds of fragments healing up and they'll be ready to go just in time for Magna. Then back down around the corner is our fish system. Yes, Worldwide Corals does sell fish and invertebrates, so we're a full-line pet store, fish store, saltwater fish store. Back here you find anemones, shrimp, crabs, sea cucumbers, starfish, you name it, it's back here. Then on to the right here, we have all our fish. Down towards the bottom, you have the bigger fish, your tangs, your angelfish, stuff like that. And sometimes the more aggressive fish, like your lionfish or your triggers. And as you go up, you'll see smaller fish, such as your cardinals, some smaller wrasses, dartfish, gobies, stuff of that nature. Now I want to bring you back here to the very back of the store. As you can see, this is the back door to get out. We're at a room back here, and I wanted to show you guys one of those holding tanks I was telling you guys about. It's a little dirty back there. We keep it behind the scenes. This is actually a tank we're using for photos now, so we'll actually get in here with a top-down box and we'll take photos in here. But we're definitely out of room. So as you can see, we have a huge dilemma. We're out of space. Where do we put all these corals? Where do we continue to farm these corals? But let me tell you, Worldwide Corals has an answer for that dilemma. So the answer to our dilemma is right behind this door. Now, not many people have been back here, let alone put it on video. Our goal is to show this video to you guys and then close it and then work towards finishing the whole project. It's been several months in the works. It was a garage warehouse that's actually led to a full-fledged coral farm. Tiles, AC, ceiling, 4 700-gallon raceways, all glass on steel stands. Back here we have our new display. Part of our dilemma solving is going with the bigger show tank. The 500-gallon out front is great, but as you can see, it's full. Corals growing everywhere. We need to get that thing cut back and move them over here to our new big daddy tank. It's our 900-gallon show tank. It's 12 feet long, all glass, 4 feet wide, 30 inches tall. The sump itself is over 600 gallons, so it's a huge system. We're going to keep our brood stock in here. A lot of our mother colonies, we're able to cut them back and produce fragments right here to distribute all across the U.S. to our customers. Now, another dilemma we had, how are we going to skim this system, this big system back here? So we decided to go what we know. We have great success with super reef octopus, so we went with the SRO 9000. As you can see here, it's quite a beast. It runs off 2 pumps. I mean, my hands can't even get close to the cone here, the semi-cone. Top of the cup is just huge. I mean, this is a monster. It's going to skim a lot of waste out and help keep our tanks happy and healthy.
How much capacity can that skimmer hold, do you know?
This goes up to, I believe it goes up to 4,000 gallons, which should be just enough for back here. Once everything's done, we're going to have probably close to 10,000 gallons in the whole store with the fish systems, the coral systems, and the farm back here. We also are integrating some big calcium reactors from Geo Reef. We have 2 of these huge Geo reactors, so we're going to be running calcium reactors back here. Geo makes a great product, another product we always had great success with throughout the years. We try to go with what we know is tried and true and actually works the best for us. And right back here, I'd like to show you folks one of the 2 we have here. This one is just over 500 gallons. It's 12 feet as well, and it's also going to hold a bunch of water volume for our systems back here. So 2 sumps back here, so there'll be 2 different systems. One is that big display, and the other 4 tanks are going to run off the other big sump that I showed you guys a few moments ago. It's all glass, made here, right here in Florida, good old US of A. Sturdy, many years of use out of this, and I think that with this kind of water volume, we should have great stability. Now, solving that dilemma issue, space. Here it is, plenty of space. No more cutting frags next door. Frags will be cut back here. They'll be healed up. They'll be boxed back here. As you can see in the video, there's people packing corals out there on our sales floor. So we're really trying to separate the retail from the actual online production or the production of corals. Back here, we're able to receive the corals, we're able to farm the corals, we're able to care for the corals. If a coral's sick, we can immediately take action, as well as our fish. We're going to have fish quarantine back here, sick fish systems. So we're able to put a fish or a coral on the sales floor that's the healthiest specimen for the hobbies to bring home. Now, we still have a few more months until this is going to be complete, but once completed, we're going to be able to bring thousands and thousands of corals for sale, and we're able to distribute them throughout different avenues, online, retail, and trade shows. Well, our plan is to produce all kinds of corals back here, SPS, LPS, zoanthids, hard and soft corals, encrusting corals. So we're going to try to take the best of the best and produce them back here and bring them to the public for them to enjoy in their tanks. It's not easy, but someone has to do it, and I really feel confident that we do have a solution for our dilemma.